Hi all, welcome to CSEC Mathematics with Mr. Charles. Today we are continuing the series on computation and we are looking at operations involving mixed fractions or mixed numbers. We have a few questions here to look at, so let's go ahead and do them. Number 1, simplify 8 3/4 minus 5 1/3. Okay, so 8 3/4 minus 5 1/3. We have to convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions. So 8 3/4 minus 5 1/3. So to convert, we say 4 times 8 is 32. Okay, 4 times 8 is 32, and 32 plus 3, and we'll put that over 4, minus 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 plus 1, and we put that over 3. Okay, now 32 times plus 3 is 35 over 4, minus 15 plus 1 is 16, that's 16 over 3. So we have 35 over 4 minus 16 over 3. The LCM of 4 and 3 is 12, so we put 12 below here. 4 into 12 is 3, and we take the 3 and we multiply it by 35. Okay, so 4 can go into 12 3 times, and then we multiply the 3 by 35. Subtract 3 into 12 is 4, and we take the 4 and we multiply it by 16. 3 times 35 is 105, so that's 105. Subtract 4 times 16. 4 times 16 is 64. So 105 subtract 64 over 12. Now 105 subtract 64 would give us 41. So we get 41 over 12. Now 41 over 12 is a mixed number, and we can convert that mixed number to an improper fraction. So 12 can go into 41 3 times, because 12 3s are 36. Okay, so we say 3. So we say 41 over 12 is the same as 3 and, well, 3 12s 36, 36 and 5 is 41, so 3 and 5 over 12, and that's our answer there for number 1. For B, we have 5 and 4 over 9 divided by 4 and 2 over 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and work out that. So 9 times 5 is 45, and 45 plus 4 is 49, so we get 49 over 9 divided by 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14, that's 14 over 3. So 49 over 9 divided by 14 over 3. The next step is to write back the 49 over 9. Alright, take the division sign and convert it to a multiplication sign. Alright, and then we have to take the 14 over 3 and reciprocate it, or flip it. Okay, so instead of 14 over 3, we would have 3 over 14. Alright, now we have to cancel. We have to see how we can cancel. Okay, so let us cancel. So we say 3 into 3 is 1, and 3 into 9 is 3. Then 7 can go into 14 as well as 49. Right, so 7 into 14 is 2, and 7 into 49 is 7. Okay, we cannot cancel any further, so the most we can do now is multiply across. Okay, multiply across, so we get 7 times 1 is 7, and 3 times 2 is 6, so we get 7 over 6 as our answer. And of course we could take that 7, we could have taken that 7 over 6 and convert it to a mixed number. 6 into 7 is 1, right? And remainder 1. Okay, remainder 1 over 6. okay, because 6 ones are 6 and 6 from 7 is 1, so remember 1 over 6. So that as well could have been our answer, right? 1 and 1 over 6, or 1 and a sixth. Good. Number 2, we have 4 and a third minus 1 and a quarter. Okay, 4 and a third minus 1 and a quarter plus 2 and a sixth. Okay, we want to find the value that expression is equivalent to. So the first thing we want to do again is convert the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 3 fours, or 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13, so we get 13 over 3, okay, minus 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, that's 5 over 4, plus 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, 13 over 6. Now after doing that, we have more than one operations here. We have subtraction as well as addition, and in determining which one we should do first, we must know that we must always work from left to right. So the subtraction comes first from left to right, so we have to subtract first. Okay, so the next step would be to say 13 over 3 subtract 5 over 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, break it up in parts and then solve it. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12, right? 3 into 12 is 4, and then we take 4 and we multiply it by 13, and then we subtract 4 into 12 is 3, we subtract 3 times 5, right? So 4 into 12 is 3, and then the 3 times the numerator, which is 5, right? Now 4 3s are 4 times 13. Okay, so we have 4 times 13 minus 3 times 5, so 4 times 13, that would give us 52. So we would get 52 minus 3 5s are 15, 52 minus 15 over 12, right? And 52 minus 15, that would give us 37 over 12. Cannot simplify that. Now we have to take that 37 over 12. That 37 over 12, we have to take it. Right? And then we have to add 13 over 6 to it. Right? 13 over 6, because remember we break up this here. We broke it up in 2 parts. Right? We did subtraction first, now we're doing addition. So we have 12 and 6, the LCM is 12, right? Because 6 is a factor of 12 and 12 is a multiple of 6, so the larger number is the LCM. So 12 into 12 is 1, and you say 1 times the numerator, which is 37, right? Plus 6 into 12 is 2, and 2 times the numerator, which is 13, right? 1 times 37, right? 1 times, from here we would get 1 times 37, that's 37, plus 2 times 13 is 26, plus 26 over 12, okay, and 37 plus 26, that would give us 63 over 12, and 12 into 63 is 5, right? So we get 5 remainder 3 over 12, 5 and 3 over 12, and then you can simplify the 3 over 12. Okay, we can simplify the 3 over 12. 3 into 3 1, 3 into 12 is 4, so that's equivalent to 5 and a quarter, right? 5 and a quarter, and that's our answer there. Of course, we could have done that question differently. We could have said 13 over 3 minus 5 over 4 plus 13 over 6. We could have drawn one line here and find the LCM between 3, 4 and 6. Okay, and the LCM between 3, 4 and 6 is 12, right? Because 12 is the lowest number that can divide each of them exactly. So 3 into 12 is 4, and then we say 4 times 13, right? 4 times the numerator, minus 4 into 12 is 3, and we say 3 times the numerator, 3 times 5, plus 6 into 12 is 2, right? And we say 2 times the numerator, which is 13, 2 times 13. And 4 times 13 is 52, right? So that's 52 minus 3 times 5 is 15, right? Minus 15 plus 2 times 13 is 26, all over 12. Now, because we do all of them together, when we are doing the simplification in the numerator here, we have to do the subtraction first. So we have to say 52 subtract 15. That would give us 37 plus 26 over 12. Okay, and 37 plus 26 is 63 over 12. 12 into 63 is 5, because 12 5s are 60. Okay, remainder 3 over 12. And again, you can simplify the 3 over 12 because 3 is a factor of 12. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 12 is 4. So your final answer would be 5 and 1 over 4, 5 and a quarter. Right? So either way, you get the same answer. Just remember, when it comes down to performing the operations, you must work from left to right. So in that case, subtraction is the operation that is to the farthest left. So you must do subtraction before you do addition. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let us look at question number 3. We have 3 and 5/9 plus this bracket here with 1/6 minus 3/4 divided by 4.5. So the first thing we have to do is convert the mixed numbers to improper fraction. So 9 multiplied by 3 is 27. So that's 27 plus the numerator, which is 5. I'm going to put that over 9, the same denominator, plus, put back the bracket, right? 1 over 6 minus 3 over 4 divided by 4.5, right? 4.5. And so, well, the 4.5, we have to convert that to an improper fraction as well. Okay, so 2 4s are 8 and 1 is 9 over 2. 27 plus 5, that would give us 32. So that's 32 over 9 plus 1 over 6 minus 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 2. Okay, now we have to, the next step is to do what is in the bracket, right? Simplify what is inside the bracket. And even inside the bracket, we have to do division first, because division, according to the law of BODMAS, right, division comes before subtraction. Division comes before subtraction, so you have to divide first. So 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 2, right? We can rewrite that as, let me write it across here, 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 2. You can rewrite that as 3 over 4 multiplied by 2 over 9, right? Because you must change the sign, the division sign, to a multiplication sign, and then flip the fraction that comes to the right of that sign, right? So then we could simplify. We can simplify. 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 9 is 3, and 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 4 is 2. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 3 is 6, so 1 over 6. So we get 32 over 9, okay, 32 over 9 plus 1 over 6, and we have to have that in bracket, 1 over 6 minus 1 over 6, close bracket. and that 1 over 6 minus 1 over 6 would go, and we will be left with 32 over 9. Okay, now 32 over 9 can be rewritten as a mixed number. 9 into 32 is 3, okay, because 9 3 is 27, right? Remainder 27, remainder 5 over 9. So our answer is 3 and 5 over 9. Okay, so always remember to do what is inside the bracket first, and even when you are working with the operation inside the bracket, ensure that you follow the order of operations, BODMAS. Okay, so like in this instance here, we had to divide first. Okay, we had to divide first before we do subtraction, right? Because according to BODMAS, division comes before subtraction. Good, so that's our answer there, 3 and 5 over 9. The next question, question 4, we have 2 and 1 over 10 times 22 over 24 divided by 1 over 6 plus 3 over 5 in bracket. Okay, so we have one mixed number there, so we have to convert that mixed number to an improper fraction. So we say 10 multiplied by 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21, so we get 21 over 10, right? Because we have to keep the denominator, sorry. So 21 over 10 multiplied by 23 over 24 divided by, right, divided by 1 over 6 plus 3 over 5, and we have to do what is inside the bracket first. Okay, we have to do what is inside the bracket first. So 1 over 6 plus 3 over 5. Okay, the LCM here is 30. Okay, is 30. So 1 over 6 plus 3 over 5, the LCM is 30. 6 into 30 is 5, and 5 times 1 is 5. We bring down the plus sign. 5 into 30 is 6, and 6 times 3 is 18. 5 plus 18, that would give us 23 over 30. So we are going to replace 1 over 6 plus 3 over 5 with 23 over 30. We're going to bring down the division sign as well as everything to the left of the division sign. That's 21 over 10 multiplied by 23 over 24, right? The next thing is we have to continue following the order of operations according to BODMAS, right? BODMAS, bracket order, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, right? But we also have what we call BOMDAS, right? BOMDAS. And the basic difference between BODMAS and BOMDAS is a position of D and M, right? Whether we do multiplication first in the case of BOMDAS or division first in the case of BODMAS. And in order to determine whether you do division or multiplication first whenever you have an expression with both division and multiplication, you do the one to the left first, right? The one that comes first from left to right, that is the one you do first. So multiplication comes first from left to right, so we have to do multiplication first, right? So we say 21 over 10 times 23 over 24, right? Now we have to figure out, is there any way we can simplify? Yes, we can simplify, right? Because 3 can go into 21 7 times, as well as 3 can go into 24 8 times, right? So we have 7 times 23, 7 times 23, that would give us 161, right? 161, and 10 times 8 would give us 80. So 161 over 80 divided by 23, the same 23 over 30, okay? Same 23 over 30, and we need to change the division sign to a multiplication sign. So we will get 161 over 80, right? Change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and then we would flip the fraction to the right of the division sign. So instead of 23 over 30, we would have 30 over 23. Okay, 30 over 23. And now we have to cancel. We have 30 there. 10 into 30 is 3, and 10 into 80 is 8. Then 23 can go into 161 7 times, so 23 into 23 is 1. 23 into 161 is 7. So we get 7 times 3 is 21, and 8 times 1 is 8. So 21 over 8, and that is our answer. We can convert it back to a mixed number. 8 into 21 is 2, because 8 2s are 16. Remainder 5 over 8. So 2 and 5 eighths. That's our answer there. For number 5 here, we have 8 and 1/3 times 3 and 3/5. So again, the first thing we do, we convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions. So 3 8 24 and 1 is 25 over 3 times 5 3s are 15 and 3s 18 over 5. Divide that by 2 1s 2 and 1 is 3 over 2 times 2 3 6, or 3 2 6 plus 2 is 8 over 3. The next step is to cancel. Okay, cancel. 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 18 is 6, 5 into 5 1, 5 into 25 is 5. Good. Then we start dealing with the denominator. So we say 2 into 2 1, 2 into 8 is 4, and 3 into 3 1, 3 into 3 1. Right, we cannot cancel anymore, so we multiply throughout. So we say 5 times 6 over 1 times 1, all that over 1 times 4 over 1 times 1, right? So we get 5 times 6 over 1 times 1 is basically, that's equal to 30 over 1, and down here we would get 4 over 1, right? So 30 over 1 is the same as 30, so we get 30 over, and 4 over 1 is the same as 4, so 30 over 4. Okay, and then we can take that 30 over 4 and convert it into a mixed number. So 4 into 30 is 7, because 4 7s 28, remainder 2 over 4. We can simplify the 2 over 4, because 2 into 2 1, 2 is a factor of 4 actually, so 2 into 2, right, 1, and 2 into 4 is 2, so 7.5 is our answer. Question number 6, we have 6.5. 6.5 is the same as 2 6 12 and 1 13, that's 13 over 2, right, over 9.5, so 2 9s 18 and 1 is 19, that's 19 over 2, and subtract 5.25, so 4 5s 20 and 1 21 over 4. Okay, so the next step is to simplify the denominator. So we have 19 over 2 subtract 21 over 4. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. 2 into 4 is 2. 2 times 19 subtract 4 into 4 is 1. 1 times 21. Okay, 2 times 19 is 38. So 38 subtract 1 times 21 is 21 over 4. Alright, and 38 subtract 21 is 17. Okay, 17 over 4, and that 17 over 4 can be converted to a mixed number. So 4 into 17 is 4. Okay, remainder 1 over 4, so 4.25. Okay, but that's not our answer yet. We have to take the 4.25. Remember, we have the 13 over 2 here. Okay, So I'm just trying to create some space there. So we have, let me use a different color. Okay, we have 13 over 2 over well, let's put back the 17 over 4. Right, 17 over 4. Shouldn't have converted to a mixed number yet, but anyway, 13 over 2 over 17 over 4, right? And that gives us, so we have to get rid of the fraction in the denominator, and we do that by multiplying by 4, right? So we multiply by 4 here, and since we multiply by 4 in the denominator, we have to multiply by 4 in the numerator as well. So 4 will cancel off 4. Well, 4 would cancel off 4 here, and then here we say 2 into 2 1, 2 into 4 2, right? So we would be left with 17 in the denominator, and 13 times 2 is 26, so we get 26 over 17. And converting that to a mixed number, we get 1, okay, and 26 subtract 17, right? Subtract 17 would give us 9, so 1 and 9 over 17, and that is our answer. Okay, that was the last question. Thank you very much for being my audience. I hope this video was of help to you. Please use the comment section for your questions. Also like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. I will also post a link to a Google form in the description of this video so that you would get practice based on the questions we did in this video. I will set it in such a way that you will get more than one chances to do the questions, and you would get immediate feedback after submission of your responses. Okay, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. Do enjoy.